My friends, I'm going to do a love reading. I'm having a hard time over here. I keep trying to do a reading. My guides want me to do a reading, but then I start a reading and it's like they block me or they're telling me it's not, no, that's not right. So just as I tried again, and my guides were like, nope, not this. This isn't what you're supposed to be channeling right now. It's a very strange phenomenon. And is that how you say it? Phenomenon? Anyway. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my trusty black deck and see what you need to hear. I don't know why that's my favorite deck. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just this, it was like, it might be like the most inexpensive deck I own. Maybe there's a message here that money doesn't matter, you know? Anyway, I tried to use a different deck, and like I said, my guides stopped me from doing it. Like they weren't giving me any information. So I felt called to grab this little black deck. So I'm going to see what's going on with you. And if you're not resonating with the cards that I'm pulling from this deck, it means it's not your reading. So let's have a look. One more shuffle. I'm not getting anything on the cuts. There's nothing there. I do have timing on the bottom. Needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So there will be progress in this situation in time. And I think that a lot of people are struggling with that right now. Like, when will it happen? It's taking too long, you know, things like that. And I think whatever the situation, it needs time. And healing doesn't happen overnight. Healing is a lifelong journey. So it could be that you're connected to someone who needs time to heal. Maybe you need time to heal. I'm going to leave that card out because you could be feeling frustrated with the timing of things. Or again, why isn't it happening? Like, why hasn't it happened yet? So let's see what this is about. Again, if you're not resonating with what I'm about to pull or what I'm about to say, it's not your reading. And I'm really hoping the universe lets me do this reading. So let's see what you need to hear. I tried 2 other times with 2 other decks to do a reading. And like I said, there were no messages coming through. There was nothing. Like, I'd pull a card and I would just get nothing, like nothing. So maybe you're dealing with someone who's not giving you anything. We have Hand of Cards, not showing hand. So it feels like whoever you're connected to is not showing you anything in the 3D, or if you are talking to them, this is someone that's kind of holding their cards close to their chest. Oh my. You're about to get communication if you haven't already. It's funny because what I was getting was that this person has been holding their cards close to their chest. But this card also has an Ace of Swords on it. An Ace of Swords. Ace of Spades is Ace of Swords. Yeah. So that is about communication. And this card talks about taking a chance, taking a risk. And I feel like you've been waiting for this. You've been frustrated because it hasn't been coming in. Just side note, this person maybe wasn't meeting your emotional needs. Based on the reading that I was trying to do before this, maybe they weren't meeting your emotional needs. Maybe there was a separation. It feels like, again, maybe you've been thinking this communication is taking a long time to come in. Maybe even getting frustrated that it hasn't come in yet. But again, something needed time here. Anyway, you're about to get communication. Because if you haven't already, maybe you feel this is coming. Because we have Sword in the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation. And look, Ace of Swords energy again. And then we have Love Call, incoming message. So it feels like you're about to get a message from whoever this is. And maybe you've been like manifesting communication. Maybe you've been watching my readings, trying to manifest it. Law of assumption. But this communication hasn't been coming in. I know that right now this moon, very powerful moon. And I know myself from watching astrologers, I've seen, I'm not an astrologer, so I can't tell you what signs they are, but a bunch of signs are about to reconnect with someone and either reconnect and move towards union, or get the closure they need to release it and move on. It has something to do with the planetary alignments. Again, I'm not an astrologer or a planet specialist or whatever. So I can't tell you which signs. I just know myself from being interested in that stuff and watching it myself. Yeah, my eyes are very red today. I don't know what's going on. They're very dry. I was at the dentist this morning and my eyes are just like very dry from being at the dentist. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that. I just feel like my eyes are a little red. So let's get one more card. So that's what this reading is about. We have talking. I told you. We have talking. We have talking, and we have someone watching you. So this is someone who's been watching you, waiting for the right time to come in and communicate. And apparently, why am I saying apparently? Why did I just say that? I don't even know why I said apparently. It just came out of my mouth. Anyway, they've been watching you, getting ready to communicate with you. You've got all the talking cards. That's why I said this one's about communication. And again, there's something like this person may not have been meeting your emotional needs. And I'm just noticing on this card, it says gaslighting and perception as well, as watching you. But I keep hearing wasn't meeting your emotional needs. And you could have told this person that they weren't meeting your emotional needs, and their perception could have been, they could have gotten defensive. They could have been like, what do you mean I'm not meeting your needs? Or they could have, whatever they said to you. There could have been gaslighting, and I'm not saying that's okay, but a lot of people do it without realizing they're doing it. And it doesn't mean they're a bad person. Anyway, there's a lot about communication coming in. So if you've been frustrated that communication hasn't been coming in and you've been, wondering when it's going to happen, this is what this energy feels like to me. Which is interesting because the deck that I was trying to use, now that I think about it, had get through to you and a phone on the bottom. Interesting. So someone's trying to get through to you, or someone's about to be trying to get through to you. Take it as it resonates. Should we pull? Should we? Gosh, I've already, that's weird. I just saw 747 on the timer, which is like a reunion type of number. 1122, 747. Take it as it resonates. I saw it. It's like this person doesn't know what they want to say to you. Let me pause it for a minute. So I want to use this animal deck I got. I used it yesterday in a reading. I just want to use it to see who this is that wants to talk to you. We have combatedness. What did I say? Like this person maybe wasn't meeting your emotional needs, and maybe when you tried to tell them that, they were like, what are you talking about? They could have become quite defensive. I cannot speak in your reading. What's going on here? One more. We have determination, the badger. Badger. You're welcome. Mushroom. Do you guys remember that? I used to love that. And we have swans. What? Swans. Self-love and purity. So maybe, this is interesting because maybe part of what was taking time is you needed to learn how to love yourself, and this person needed to learn how to love themselves. Maybe, you were, and again, I'm not trying to trigger you or blame you. Like some people think that I'm blaming them. I'm talking about actual like healing and energy, things like that. But it could have been that you were, and again, this is something that I've gone through in my life, which is the only reason I can talk to you about it. It's the only way I can understand the energy. You could have been, again, I feel like this person wasn't meeting your emotional needs. And I feel like maybe you brought that up and they were defensive about it. And I'm not saying that that was okay. But there's something else here. I need to go to a next part. Hang on. There is something else here about, like, it's reminding me of years and years and years ago with my partner. I'd be like, you're not making me feel loved. 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 I'm laughing at myself. And it's because I was lacking self-love. So I was looking to another person to make me feel loved. And the feeling of love has to come from within first. So I'm not saying that this person was meeting your emotional needs and you just didn't see it. But if you were lacking self-love and you weren't meeting your own emotional needs, it could have manifested or presented or projected as you feeling like they weren't meeting your emotional needs. And again, I don't feel like they were meeting your emotional needs, if I'm being honest. I don't think that they were. But it could have been exacerbated? What the what? Is that even a word? That's what happens when I channel, is that I'm hearing exacerbated. Is that a word? I think it is. But that could have exacerbated. I don't even know the definition of that word. But if you were lacking self-love, it could have made this person not meeting your emotional needs feel even worse because you weren't meeting your own emotional needs. Does that make sense? That's the message. I give myself the same kindness and compassion that I so generously give to others. That's your affirmation. Anyway, you could have been giving this person, you could have been meeting their emotional needs, but maybe they weren't meeting yours, and maybe you weren't meeting your own, is my point. My eyes are very red. Oh my goodness. So let's have a look. You know when you go swimming and you get like chlorine in your eyeballs? That's what this feels like to me. My eyes are a little bit burny. Anyway, so let's see who this is coming towards you. That was just a side note for some of you. And again, I'm not trying to trigger you. Like I said, I'm validating you. I don't think this person was meeting your emotional needs, but I feel like I can't use that word again, Spirit. I feel like it was part of the root cause was also maybe because you were lacking self-love, or lacking meeting your own emotional needs. Maybe you're someone who takes care of other people before you take care of yourself, you know? Interesting message coming through. And now I don't feel blocked anymore. With those other readings that I was trying to do, Spirit was like, nope, no messages for you, no words for you, nothing. This one I'm getting messages, so that's good. So for who this is, the fact that we have the swan on the bottom, this could be a twin flame. This could be a soulmate that you feel connected to. And again, I brought up the self-love thing. I immediately heard that message about you. We also have the squirrel, which to me makes me think this could be someone with ADHD. Squirrel. Or this could have been someone who became distracted and lost focus on what they were supposed to be doing on this soul journey or their soul contract. Like maybe instead of, maybe they wanted to reach out to you, but they distracted themselves, or there were delays, I'm hearing, with communication. And then we have the lion. So this could have been someone who, again, when you said, you're not meeting my emotional needs, I need more, they could have been like, rawr, what do you mean I'm not meeting your emotional needs? Rawr. Anyway, sometimes with the tarot cards, I can just see myself as a little child playing with my little figurines, especially the animal cards. But anyway, let's see who this is. What? What is happening here? Just, okay. So we have gray heron. So that could be a sign or synchronicity for you, the heron. But it says introspection and patience. And what did I say about this? It feels like you've been waiting for this communication. You've been waiting for this person to reach out, but they haven't reached out. And it feels like this is giving me... Oh, this is giving me like, I'm hearing Emperor energy. But anyway, it feels like you've needed to have patience for this communication. And I'm asking who this is. We have a bull here, so you could be connected to a Taurus. Hey, we're pretty great. But it says male power, so you could be connected to someone who is masculine, like more masculine energy or a divine masculine. We also have the tiger, and this came out in yesterday's reading, so you could be a divine feminine. And then we have the horse, and it says journey. So it feels like you're on some sort of journey with this person, twin flame journey. That's intense. That's some intense energy. With this horse card, I'm also hearing the Knight of Wands. So you could be dealing with someone who ran from this connection, needed time and introspection. That's a lot, Spirit. That's a lot. So that's what we have coming out for who this is. You know, willpower. Someone you've had to have a lot of willpower when it comes to this journey with this person. You've had to have a lot of willpower and patience. This is someone who's tested your patience. Again, could be a Taurus. I'm also with Taurus. I'm feeling Hierophant energy. You could have been dealing with someone who is quite stubborn, quite bullheaded. Take all those messages as they resonate. But this is someone you've been on a journey with. Someone you're maybe the twin flame journey. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. So now what do we want to get? What do I want to get? Hang on. I'm just going to pause it while I have this moment with myself. All right, I'm back with a twin flame deck. So it must be a counterpart that you're dealing with. So we have outside influences, and I said something about that squirrel. This person could have lost focus because of outside influences. Maybe, you know, maybe you've recently seen something online, or they saw something online that triggered them to come towards you. Let's have a look. We have self-worth. What did I say about that self-love, the swan? So again, maybe this is a connection where you needed to focus on self-love, which I'm not surprised. So let's have a look at what this is. Like, I'm just looking at this person. We have apology. I'm sorry. Like, come on now. We have long distance, space between us. Someone you're at. Oh, that's what happened. In the other deck that I tried to get, I had an emotional distance between the two of you, and then the universe blocked me from doing that reading. Apparently, this is the reading I was supposed to be doing. So there's space between you and this person needs to apologize, wants to apologize. Again, you're getting all the communication cards out of that black deck. So to me, it feels like maybe you're feeling frustrated about, like, where is this communication? Why hasn't it happened yet? Affirm that it's coming, you know? The more you affirm that it's coming, instead of saying, why hasn't my person reached out yet? Or when will they reach out? Or you've really got to stop thinking about the timing. And I'm like talking to myself here because you know how I feel about divine timing. Change the narrative. Instead of saying, why haven't they reached out yet? Say, they will reach out. They will reach out. They will reach out. Affirm it, you know? Anyway, we have an apology coming in. So let's see your person. We have repairing. So somebody wanting to repair this connection. Making amends. The apology, making amends, communication, incoming messages, conversation, talking about things. We have ascending. Yeah. Actually, as I was driving home from the dentist today, I saw a plane right in front of me, very low, ascending. It was pretty cool. I was like, keep your eyes on the road, Kelly. But we have ascending. So if you've been ascending and working on your self-worth and your self-love, your person is ascending. Your person is ascending too. I'm not trying to like... We have harmony in sync. I've never even seen these cards. That's beautiful. And we have the dance. Momentum is building. This reading is magical. I had to go put in eye drops. My eyes were burning. So yeah, we have repairing, ascending, the dance. Momentum is building. Reaching higher levels, making amends. So it feels like you've been waiting for this. I feel like you've been waiting for this for a while. And for some of you, maybe that's not even that long. It just feels like an eternity, you know? Harmony, in sync. Okay, let's get 2 more for your person. Let's get 2 more. We have inner child, divine feminine. You must be in sync coming out. You must be in divine feminine energy. We have elevating together, power couple. You're getting all the good ones. And you could have had to walk away. It says you could have had to walk away from this connection, or somebody walked away from you. It says letting go for now. Not permanently, for now. Why does it sound so for now? I don't know. Anyway, we have in sync harmony. We have divine feminine. 111 on the timer. Divine feminine. Tuned in woman. Tuned in feminine. I hate the gendering. But anyway. Tuned in feminine. So you may be like, I'm talking about gender. You may be a man or a male who's in the divine feminine position in your counterpart journey. I've seen it all the time. Like I see it a lot where the masculine or I hate gendering, but the man is the divine feminine. And then we have childhood wounds. It was actually in reverse. So it feels like I'm looking at that sacred wounding deck again. I just can't get enough of that deck. So this person could have had inner childhood wounding. And you know what? This person could have had a blocked throat chakra. Hang on. This person could have had a blocked throat chakra, which was preventing them from communicating with you, especially if they were going to come in and roar that lion, roar, all over you. The universe wouldn't allow that. But again, I sound like a broken record, but it's not as simple as if they wanted to, they would. Something was preventing this person from communicating with you for all this time, however long it's been. And again, for some of you, maybe it hasn't even been that long, but it's felt like an eternity. Right away, as I'm talking about this, my nose is starting to run. So blocked throat chakra will show up as difficulty expressing yourself, speaking your truth, or feeling heard, leaving you silenced or misunderstood. It may manifest as fear of judgment, trouble communicating, or holding back. So your person could have had a blocked throat chakra because of childhood wounding or because of whatever. The interruptions in this reading are insane. Hang on. All right, so we're going to continue on, and I'm gonna leave it up to Spirit. If Spirit wants me to get more of these wounding cards, I'll see what comes out in the tarot. If I get a card about wounding in the tarot, or that triggers that within me, I'll get that deck. But let's just put all these beautiful, beautiful cards away that you got from that deck that I've never even seen. I've never even seen all those cards. I mean, I've glanced at them, but I've never had them come out. You know what I mean? Like whenever I get a deck, of course I look at it, but I've never had those cards come out all at once like that. So where are my little black cards? Hang on. I'm trying to clean up the mess as I go. So I picked up all these cards. The one that got left behind, there go my dogs freaking out. The one that got left behind is Chaser. So you could have been chasing this person in the past. And maybe Spirit wanted, like, again, there's a method to the madness. There's a reason why these things are happening. Maybe the length of time this person hasn't been communicating with you has to do with the fact that you're a chaser and the universe was testing you to see, can you actually not chase them? How long can we go without talking? Or how long can you, I'm talking about you, how long can you go without talking with this person before you start to chase them, is what I'm hearing. That's not going to be for all of you, is what I'm hearing. But so I'm going to get that new deck that I talked about yesterday. I did positive changes, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, positive changes. So there's change is going to come, is what I'm hearing. Look, making amends, 5 of Swords in reverse. This is insane. I did a reading yesterday that I haven't posted yet that's very similar. 5 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, positive changes. 5 of Swords in reverse is about making amends, apologizing, reconciliation. 5s are about change. So it does feel like somebody wants to make amends with you. The name Stephanie could be symbolic because as I'm talking, my friend I just see her name dropping down. So the name Stephanie could be symbolic for someone. We have the Queen of Swords. So for that's honest communication right there. That's an honest conversation. That's somebody speaking from their authentic voice. And that could have been you. Like maybe you had to put up boundaries with this person. Maybe you know, this is cold and detached too, so maybe there's like coldness between you and this person, or distance, like emotional distance. This person maybe wasn't meeting your emotional needs, and maybe you needed to put up a boundary and say, I deserve someone to meet my emotional needs. You know, the Queen of Swords is high standards for love. And I used to look at people, I used to hear that, high standards for love, and I'd be like, I'd judge those people like, you're so uptight, or you're expecting too much, or whatever. When in reality, when you have high standards for love and you respect yourself and you know your worth, that's what you attract in. And if this is your counterpart, then they would have to rise to the occasion and meet your needs, you know? Anyway, so that could be something, Six of Cups, someone from your past, soulmate energy, inner childhood healing. So maybe this person, because they weren't meeting your needs, taught you an important lesson of self-love and knowing your worth, you know? Anyway, it feels like there's an honest conversation coming. Knight of Wands, the runner. What did I say about that horse? Then we have the Knight of Cups. So it feels like someone my hair's driving me nuts. It's like tickling my nose. Someone who ran from this connection wanting to rekindle things, you know? The Knight of Cups, this is reminding me of a reading I did earlier too. The Knight of Cups follows their intuition no matter what. So let's just go back to you for a minute. You could have, and again, I can only talk to you about these feelings and things because I've experienced them myself, so I'm not judging you. But with the Knight of Cups follows their intuition no matter what. And what that means is if intuitively you were like, that's my person, if they were mistreating you or gaslighting you or not meeting your emotional needs, you could have been so connected to your intuition, like intuitively connected to this person, that you weren't thinking about, like sometimes you have to think about it logically. Sometimes, you know, intuitively, like I'll just give you an example. Intuitively, that's my counterpart. I love them. I want to be with them. But logically, that person's not meeting my needs. They're not treating me very nicely. So I need to put up a boundary. Sometimes you need to be logical, right? You can't there needs to be a balance between logic and intuition is what I'm hearing, especially on the counterpart journey. Because some people get so wrapped up in that's my person, intuitively, I feel like that's my person, that they start to overlook things, right? So anyway, take that as it resonates. It is Five of Swords again, in reverse. But, you know, Knight of Cups is the energy of someone wanting to rekindle things with you, which seems to be what this reading is about. I'm getting heart palpitations. And whenever I get heart palpitations, that's very symbolic of when two counterparts are coming, like aligning. So maybe you're experiencing heart palpitations. As always, if you are, get it checked out medically. Don't just assume that, you know, it's something spiritual. But anyway, we have the Six of Swords, reconnection. Six of Cups, Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, positive changes, reconciliation. And, you know, for some of you, maybe this isn't coming in instantly, but this is your affirmation that it is coming. So, you know, get busy living, because this is coming. You don't have to wait for this. You don't have to stress about it. It's coming. It's coming. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Change is going to come. Wheel of Fortune. And look, this is not somebody alone in a boat moving forward. This is two people together after healing their childhood wounds, is what I'm hearing. Look at you. So, all right, so Spirit, tell us what's coming towards the viewer in terms of all this energy. So what is coming towards the viewer? We have the Ace of Cups. Like, come on. Message of love, love call. I know this isn't, this isn't Eight of Wands, but remember that love call? This is love coming towards you. Ace of Cups, renewal energy. After finding self-love, remember we talked about self-love and self-worth? Someone maybe had an emotional awakening here, maybe both of you. This is, this is good. Ace of Cups, and maybe you don't expect this. Maybe, again, maybe you've gotten sick of waiting for it. This is coming. Your cup of love is coming. Ace of Cups. We've got the High Priestess. So what you intuitively knew this was coming, but maybe you've been questioning your own intuition. But this is coming. Somebody wants to reveal something to you with the High Priestess, and you've needed to be patient for this person because that was coming out in the animal cards, and now we've got the High Priestess, which is remaining patient in love. You can see, like, patience. You can see I have no patience. Anytime I talk about patience, I'm pretty sure you can see that in my energy, that patience. I twitch. Let's get another one. So there's some sort of love offer, love call coming in. Judgment. Come on now. Come on now. Temperance on the bottom. So you've had to be patient for this, all right? We have Judgment. So someone is communicating with you here. This is, you've got two cards about a renewal. Someone trying to resurrect something with you here. Judgment to me also speaks of an honest conversation. Let's just look at Judgment. I learned my lesson. I brought my book over. Judgment. Why am I looking at all these other cards? Renewal of love, making adjustments in relationships. So for example, if this person wasn't meeting your needs in the past, they've had an emotional awakening, they want to come in and meet your needs. They want to make adjustments so that you two can be together. Let's get one more card. One more. You have balance and harmony coming, my friend. One more. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups. So someone stopped running here. What did I say about the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups coming out together? It's like this runner has, is now following their intuition. The Seven of Swords, like, I just see that as someone very much like in their running away because of their like mental, it's mental. Anyway, you've got Seven of Swords in reverse. So someone, confessing something to you or apologizing to you, wanting to make amends, someone who's become more self-aware, someone who maybe was running away from their healing, Should we get a few of those cards? I'm so addicted to that deck. You see my addictive personality. You can see it with that little animal deck I use. I like it, so I just use it all the time. You can see the addictive personality. I'm going to get some. Spirit, we're going to interrupt this love reading. I'm just going to shuffle it like this for now. Actually, you know what? I'll just divide it up. I can't shuffle them all together. I've learned my lesson. I tried. I can't do it. Not right now, anyway. Just because there's such tiny little cards that I can't shuffle them all together. So let's just see what kind of wounding is within this connection, because even if you did watch my other readings where I pulled these cards, I might pull, anytime I pull these cards, it surprises me because I pull another one that I resonate with. And it's actually a good thing if you're resonating with them, because it means we're definitely tapping into the wounds you need to heal once and for all, Same with your person. My nose is so tickly. So what kind of wounding is within this connection? We have the World that just popped off the top. Patterns, unhealthy patterns, cycles. Anyway, and I was just talking about, I've learned my lesson with the deck and the book. I've learned my lesson. So anyway, lessons being learned here. See, I put in eye drops and my eyes are still red. So let's see what is the wounding within this dynamic. And if you don't resonate with it, that means it's connected to your person. And this may give you a better understanding of what your person experiences with their own wounding. And again, if any of these trigger you, it's because I'm hitting a wound. It means there's a reason you feel triggered. It's not because I'm like here triggering you. It's because I'm triggering something unhealed within you. So again, listen to those triggers. Don't be afraid of those triggers. So let's see what comes out for you in this person. What kind of wounding are we dealing with this soul connection? Self-sabotage pattern. Needing to control. Needing to control wound. I just saw it on the bottom. So, projection from others. That's really interesting because I said something about how your fear, or not fear. That's really interesting because I said something about, I'm not saying you were projecting onto this person. Still, I don't think this person was meeting your emotional needs, but I feel like it was projecting as that, or whatever the terminology would be, because you were meeting your own emotional needs. Does that make sense? This also could have been, all of a sudden I'm really shaky. This also could have been someone who projected onto you. It's interesting, like sometimes the more quiet you are and you just let the other person like project and whatever, they tell you a lot about themselves with what they're projecting onto you. Anyway, so we have needing to address a control wound, and I definitely have that. And again, I'm here to admit my wounds to make you, like some people don't like admitting they have wounds or faults or weaknesses. It actually empowers you to admit that. So again, I definitely have control wounds, like wanting to control the outcome, wanting to control things. And that's part of what the feminine struggles with on the divine counterpart journey, is controlling the outcome, controlling the timing, you know? Will show up as a strong need to control people or situations, stemming from a fear of vulnerability or unpredictability, which can come from your childhood. Maybe you had an unpredictable childhood. It often arises from past abandonment or betrayal, causing anxiety and perfectionism when things feel out of control. Individuals may struggle to trust others and seek to avoid emotional pain by micromanaging outcomes. So that's the first one. Two of them are face down. Needing to address self-sabotaging patterns, and I've already talked to you about this, but we will, people self-sabotage. Again, something as simple as, if your intuition is telling you that you need to stop eating so many hamburgers, I don't know why I'm using hamburgers as an example. Maybe I'd like a hamburger. I could go for a cheeseburger. But like, it can be as simple as your intuition is telling you, you need to stop eating so many hamburgers. And you know you need to stop eating those hamburgers, but you continue to eat them because instant gratification, right? The taste of cheeseburgers, if you're a meat eater, if you're a cheeseburger lover, that in itself can be self-sabotage when intuitively you know you need to stop eating so many of them, but you keep eating them. That can be self-sabotage. We all self-sabotage. Will show up as actions or thoughts that undermine your success, often unconsciously, like procrastination, perfectionism, or self-doubt. They may manifest as repeating negative behaviors. What did I just say? Avoiding opportunities. You're the opportunity. Remember yesterday's reading if you watched it. Or holding back from achieving your full potential, driven by a fear of failure, unworthiness, or past trauma. Take it as it resonates, my friend. And we have blockage of the third eye. Will show up as lack of clarity, intuition, or inner vision. I feel like this could be your person. I feel like your third eye is open to the point where you didn't want to listen to logic, is what I'm hearing. Leaving you feeling lost or disconnected from your purpose. It may manifest as overthinking, difficulty trusting your instincts, or resistance to spiritual insight and self-awareness, or resistance to this soul connection, And we have broken ideals. Will show up as a deep sense of disillusionment, frustration, or loss. When your core beliefs or ideals are challenged or shattered, it often manifests as confusion, grief, or a feeling of being lost, as you grapple with a reality that no longer aligns with the vision you once held dear. That's interesting. I feel like some of you might be struggling with that with this counterpart journey itself. Like maybe you thought it was going to go a certain way, So Spirit's telling me to get 2 more of these cards. So let's have a look. 3 came out. We have unresolved grief, which I feel came out yesterday. Will show up as a persistent feeling of sorrow, loss, or emotional numbness, even long after significant event or loss. It may manifest as difficulty moving forward, sudden emotional outbursts, or a sense of being stuck in the past, with the pain of loss preventing you from fully engaging with the present moment or finding peace. We have karmic blockages. Will show up as repeated patterns of struggle, conflict. And listen, when I say karmic blockages, you know, it doesn't mean this was your karmic. That's not what this means. Your counterpart teaches you karmic lessons. Don't get too hung up on the labels is what I'm hearing as I use labels. Hypocrite. So will show up as repeated patterns of struggle, conflict, or unhealed emotional wounds that seem to follow you from one lifetime to the next. They may manifest as reoccurring challenges in a relationship, career, or personal growth, where it feels like you are caught in a cycle that you can't break. That could be connected to your person, I'm hearing. Like maybe whatever they were going through with you, they're also going through with their friends and their coworkers. Like, anyway. We have mother wound. Ugh. Ugh. I'm feeling triggered. Needing to heal the mother wound. See, there's nothing wrong. Like, I'm laughing at the fact that I'm triggered. Turn that trigger into power, you know? Will show up as a deep longing for nurturing, approval, or unconditional love that may have been absent or inconsistent. It may manifest as people-pleasing, self-doubt, fear of rejection, or difficulty trusting and caring for yourself. So somebody's got a mother wound here, and it ain't just me. So let's get into the tarot. So that's enough of that. I'm obsessed with this deck. I'm obsessed with it. Expect it in the readings because I'm obsessed with it. All right, so where were we? Who is this? Let's look at who this is, just for confirmation. Who is this? We have the Two of Pentacles. I just heard somebody that wasn't meeting your needs. Two of Pentacles. This is someone, who's been weighing up not weighing up options, but going back and forth. Should I talk to them? Shouldn't I? Maybe trying to achieve some sort of balance in their life before they reach out to you. This is someone who's gone back and forth with reaching out to you, which maybe is why you feel frustrated that this hasn't come, because you can feel it coming and then just as quickly it's not there. It doesn't happen. So you could be feeling that push-pull is what I'm hearing in this person's energy. Anyway, this is someone who was, maybe not meeting your needs. Could have been very inconsistent. Two of Pentacles. Could have prioritized work over this connection, which is what the Two of Pentacles is about. And then we've got the King of Pentacles. So it could be an earth sign. But this is someone who prioritized finances, their job, material things, whatever, over this connection. And this could have been someone quite stubborn. I'm not quite sure why I'm hearing that, but this could have been someone quite stubborn. And the King of Pentacles, when you think about Pentacles, it's the slowest moving energy. So this person has taken their time, is what I'm hearing. Look at them. Just pick up the phone. Anyway, this person hasn't been in a rush, is what I'm hearing. Let's get one more for who this is. This could be someone who has children. This could be someone who's a boss or has their own business. Could be a divine masculine. Take it as it resonates. The sun, divine masculine energy. Oh my goodness. We have the Seven of Wands, defensiveness. Remember I said you could have told this person whatever you told them and they could have got quite defensive. Rawr. Remember? The boar, the lion. So for who this is someone who could have been defensive. You could have had to put up boundaries with this person, Seven of Wands. Maybe that was part of your soul contract. Like sometimes that's the way I like to look at it. If someone mistreats you, instead of blaming them which again, I've been there. Instead of being like, it's all your fault, look at it as an opportunity, like look at it like this. I'm kind of happy that that person mistreated me because they taught me how to put up boundaries and I didn't know how to put up boundaries before. You know, look for the lesson in it. Anyway, for who this is, you know, someone who was defensive, someone who was denying this connection. This could have been a situation where there was a lot of external factors. Maybe this person didn't want people to know about this connection, which was an energy that came out in that reading I tried to do that Spirit wouldn't let me do. So let's look at their current energy now. Oh, well, thank you, Spirit, for that. As I was saying, let's look at their current energy now. Four of Swords in reverse, which is wanting to come in out of isolation, right? It's someone who's awakening, someone who wants to reconnect. So let's look at their current energy. There's an offer, Page of Pentacles, their current energy. They're working on their own foundation, their growth. This person is positive change, growth for their current energy. And look at them. They want to come towards you with this stable offer, new chapter energy. Wheel of Fortune. Change is gonna come. This person has been changing. This person is making adjustments. This person is working on their own growth. Possibly their own sacred woundings, even though maybe they don't. Do you know what sometimes I wish? I wish that universe, spirit, YouTube gods, sometimes I wish YouTube would push these readings onto these people, you know? Like, not just you, but I wish that, like, sometimes these readings about the wounding would, like, be pushed onto the algorithm of these counterparts. Anyway, not you, the counterpart you're connected to, the masculines. I just heard if you build it, they will come, which is from Field of Dreams. So maybe if I start doing readings for them, they'll find them. Let's see how they're currently feeling about you. I can't, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the synchronicities. Look, Seven of Pentacles, waiting for the right time to come in. Reevaluation for how they're feeling about you. They're reevaluating the situation. And again, I just heard somebody's ego say, they shouldn't have to reevaluate the situation. They should know my worth. They should know my worth right from the get-go. But that's not how life works. So how they're 747 again. For how this person is feeling about you, they're reevaluating the situation. And I know in my twin flame deck that I use sometimes that the Seven of Pentacles shows a masculine reevaluating the situation. And we see a feminine like way in the distance, like looking like she's sick of waiting. So yeah, this person, High Priestess underneath, this person could feel like you, Divine Feminine, right? High Priestess, feeling like you're very intuitive. Maybe you're being quiet with them. Maybe you're not chasing them, you know? But this person, this has become such an intense reading. And all of a sudden I feel very anxious. Like I feel like I've had too much coffee and I haven't even had coffee today because I'm trying to not drink so much coffee. But this is someone who's reevaluating the situation, waiting for the right time to come in. As I'm saying that, I was told to, my ears started ringing, and I was told to flip over the top card, and we have the Magician. So this person, you know, feeling like they want to make something happen here. For how they're feeling about you, we've got the Queen of Cups. That's why I laughed. Because they feel this unconditional healing energy when it comes to you. And that can, like, if you're dealing with someone that's heavily in their shadows, of course they're going to run from you. And again, I'm not here to make excuses. That's what healers trigger. So this person sees you as a healer, even if you're not a healer, like doing it publicly or anything or professionally. I like to call those people undercover healers. You trigger people without knowing it. You trigger people just by, you know, you healing or by your light or your energy. But this person clearly loves you, Queen of Cups. They clearly see you as someone who, you know, is focusing on your own cup right now. And again, you could have been an overgiver with the Queen of Cups. You could have given this person a lot. And again, maybe they weren't returning it. Maybe they weren't meeting your emotional needs. Anyway, that's why I laughed. Because Spirit's funny. I just can't do short readings. I just can't. I was watching a reader the other day that's like, I'm not gonna give you gibberish. I'm just gonna give it to you like it is. And it was like a 10-minute reading. And sometimes I like those myself, but I just can't do them. They're just not me. I can't just, oh, this person's gonna reach out. I need to deep dive. I need to see what the situation is. I need to see the lessons. I need to see the blockages. Anyway, so this is a long reading. I'm not going to apologize. What's underneath the High Priestess? 3 of Pentacles, wanting to work things out. So let's get one more for how they're feeling about you. Like, seriously, Spirit, you're great. I love Spirit so much. Spirit's my best friend. We have 9 of Cups. So this person sees you as their wish fulfillment. You make them feel very happy. This is why I'm laughing. 9 of Pentacles for how they're feeling about you. You're glowing up, you know, you're working on your self-confidence. This is the mini Empress for how this person is feeling about you. And, you know, maybe you triggered this person, like maybe they were independent and they didn't, you know, maybe they didn't give you enough time and energy because they were hyper independent, or you threatened their independence in some way. Eye roll. Anyway, for how they're feeling about you, you're glowing, you know? And look at you, back turned. You're focusing on yourself, you know? Anyway, let's look at their intentions. Show me this person's intentions. We've got the 10 of Swords in reverse now. Reconciliation. I'm 8 of Wands, communication. What did I say? I love it. This is the best. I used to drink for fun. That's what I always say that, but I used to drink for fun. This is way more entertaining than drinking. 10 of Swords in reverse. Their intentions, improvement, healing, lessons learned. Remember I said, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. Healing from past, putting a relationship back together, reconciliation. That's their intentions. Can't make this shit up. I love it. I just love it. So let's see what their next actions will be. What are their next actions? You'll today, because my higher self is preparing me, because I'm going to have people in my house for a week and a half, I went ahead and I went to the dentist, and while I was waiting for the dentist, I sat in my van and tried to see if I could set up my phone to do tarot readings. And I couldn't without you getting like the steering wheel in it, Wheel of Fortune. And I thought that would be too distracting. So while I was sitting there, I also ordered myself like a suction cup phone stand to use in my van next week. So you'll be seeing me in my van. So their next actions, we have the Page of Cups, expect the unexpected, believe in the impossible. Page of Cups is new perspectives. It's also wanting to see if a connection is worth rekindling. And I'm not saying it's not worth rekindling, but this is about revisiting, can be about revisiting a past connection to see if you can reconnect. Their actions, we've got the Devil in reverse, taking control of the situation, which is exactly what the masculine needs to do. And again, I'm not talking about outdated sexist things like, oh, the man has to buy and the man has to be the one to ask a woman on a date, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about energetically. The divine feminine cannot control the situation. Remember the control wound. The masculine has to step up and take control of the situation. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So there you go, right? I was saying they're reevaluating the situation, waiting for the right time to take control. We see it in their actions. So this is coming. 7 of Pentacles, this is coming. Anyway, I just feel like, I don't know, my whole face, I'm just like, I feel like I've got this kind of expression happening throughout this entire reading. It's interesting. And we have the Empress on the bottom. So you keep sitting on your throne. Again, not in a sexist way. And look, we've got the King of Cups. And this person is coming in to give you to meet your emotional needs is what I'm hearing. And again, it could have been exacerbated by the fact, like if this person wasn't meeting your emotional needs, it could have been exacerbated. I hope I'm using that right. That's the word my guides are giving me. It could have been exacerbated. I was watching Tarot this morning and she was saying a word and her guides were giving her a word and she's like, I'm not even sure that's a real word. Anyway, if this person wasn't meeting your needs, it could have been exacerbated by the fact that you were having a hard time meeting your own needs. So it could have made it feel like 10 times worse. Again, I'm validating you. I don't think this person was meeting your needs. I don't think they were putting in enough effort, if I'm being honest with what I'm seeing here. Anyway, you keep doing you. Let this person step up. They're coming. I swear they're playing tricks on me. My guides are playing tricks on me. I said they're coming and we have the Chariot. Let that masculine take the reins. Look at that. Again, I'm not talking about anything sexist. You need to release the reins and let this person take the reins. I'm telling you. So let's look at future energy. Actually, let's look at near future energy. Honest conversation. Near future energy, we have a conversation. And look, this flew out, Queen of Swords. So an authentic, this is a conversation, I have to be honest, where you're both going to be speaking from an authentic place. So if this person comes in, make sure you speak from an authentic place. Make sure you speak about your needs. Even if you're afraid that this person is going to turn around and walk away. Remember, if they can't meet your needs, it's not time, right? And you shouldn't be accepting less than you deserve. High standards, the Queen of Swords, high standards. So be honest about what you want and need. Some of us are afraid to ask for what we want because we're afraid if we ask for what we want, that person will like run away from us or something. We have the Six of Wands here. So that could, that shows victory. That shows victory. This can be someone returning from a war, like returning from a journey, a long journey, coming home. Usually you see them being welcomed by people on the street. You know how when like warriors would come home and the crowd would be like, yay, the warriors are home or whatever. I heard the men, because typically it was men who went away and then came back, and the women would, yay, the men are back. Again, I don't do gender on my channel. But that shows victory after a journey. So be honest is what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's look at future potential. And then I'm going to end this reading because I feel like this is really long. You've got a lot of cards coming out. King of Cups. Someone putting in effort. This person giving you what you deserve. We have Three of Cups, which shows an energetic flow. Three of Cups always gives me that energetic flow where you give, I give. You give, I give. I just heard you jump, I jump, right? Anyway, what are you? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Positive changes. We've come full circle to the beginning of this, or from the beginning of the tarot. So positive changes, positive changes, effort, this person meeting your emotional needs. This also shows that this person, emotional intelligence. And when two people are coming from a place of emotional intelligence, they don't rip each other apart. They don't react. They don't argue. I'm feeling this way. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. What can I do to help make you feel better? Emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. Anyway, I'm gonna stop now. I went from I almost thought am I not supposed to be doing a reading? This is the reading I was meant to be doing. So I'm going to leave it here, but I am sending you lots of love and light, my friend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.